All right, fire it up, boys. Give them the official start, Stretch.
All right, let's go. Fire it up, boys.
But the reason I say maybe we should draft is you and I have a deeper understanding of most of the people wanting to play.
Mm.
So, I don't know. It might be better in the future if we do it, at least for a while. Then I can just show the world how I'm a better player than you. I'll just have Charmley log in every time it's my turn to draft.
Oh, you got him on Skype or something?
Yeah.
Oh, snap.
It's like, hey man, I need a fifth. Come on, dude.
Senpai.
Senpai, please.
He's not my senpai anymore. He rejected my no rush. He's lost all my respect. Now he's just another. Right. He's just another good Nidalee player. That's all. Just
another good Nidalee player.
Yeah, that's about it.
You guys doing draft takes away the main thing on this draft mode idea. It
kind of does, doesn't it?
Yeah. I mean, it's not. There's no perfect solution. Well, I guess what we just need is we need a couple of captains to get a lot of experience.
Yeah. Or we just need to do it on a more regular schedule so everyone gets on the same page as to what's going on.
Yeah, I mean, I think we definitely need to keep doing normal ones just so that we can try to get as many new bloods in as possible. Give people a chance.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's easier for us to get 10 new bloods in than it is for if we only have a 2 new blood requirement per team, so 4.
Yeah. We could up the requirement. It's just that I know that other people aren't keeping track of who's just played, so it gets kind of convoluted.
Maybe one day we can just get the captains on Skype and just talk.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
That way they can ask, like, is so-and-so a new blood?
Or a curse voice or something.
Yeah. That might be the most direct solution.
Darsky in the chat saying that he'll be my sub. He'll be my ringer.
Yeah.
And to that I say...
That British guy?
You mean that British guy?
Alright, so let's look at these bans. Oh, they got some target bans coming out of Blue Team. Kazakhs, Rek'Sai being taken away from from the DCB, and the president losing that Kog'Maw pick again. That's rough.
Yeah, they don't want to see the Rek'Sai, the Kazakhs, or the Kog'Maw, but that does leave one pick wide open. The Azir gets instantly locked in.
It's there. We did it, boys.
Oh my goodness. This is what you want to achieve. This is the League of Legends haven. When you have 4 champions you can play. And so you can't be banned out.
Eventually you need 5 so you can't get banned and picked out. But right now this works.
Yep.
Oh my word. Oh, it looks like George he says, fine, you take my cog. I'm going for that Jinx. I'm doing it.
There it is. This front line is pretty good right now. The amount of zoning potential that can come out of this Azir wall with a Leona out in front is going to be really, really nice for them. And Crazy Phil picks up his Irelia, which we saw be super effective in the past. I wonder who's going to have to face up against that one. I want to go up there and face it. I'll take Crazy Phil off.
Yeah, he'll do it.
Yeah.
Take the challenge. All right. I can dig it. Man, I really like the way Purple Team is drafting right now. I'm just really impressed by what I see.
Yeah, this is a really well put together team comp.
I mean, I know it's just people picking what they want, but man, does it look fun to play.
It's a really well-rounded comp at the moment. They've got poke, they've got disengage, they've got hard engage, they've got split push, they have siege. It's fantastic.
What do they need as a jungler? Like, what is this team lacking?
This is the time where you pick up the fiddlesticks.
Maybe that could be interesting.
Yeah.
Jungle Ezreal would ruin this team comp.
It would ruin everything about it. Everything was so clean and so fresh. No!
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 Tim Allen, you have disappointed me.
Tim Allen, why?
We got you drafted because we love you, man, and this is how you repay us?
It's just like, this is the time where I think,
I just got slapped in the face, Stretch.
yeah, we've been insulted. It's like, wow, this team comes really nice. They've got disengage, hard engage, poke. Oh man, it's gonna be so good. As real jungle.
It's like all they need is like a meta jungler. Like that's it. It could have been anything.
You know what they should have picked? Nautilus. Nautilus would have been insane in this comp because his ulti is so good for disengage and engage.
All right, let's stop talking about our disappointment on purple team now. What do we think of blue team's team?
Blue team actually is pretty nice too. They've got a lot of AoE, some poke potential coming out of Corki, split push out of Trundle. Carrots McDuff deciding to take Trundle against Irelia is actually a pretty smart pickup. Trying to think of how that matchup goes. He needs to have some tank items early because the true damage is just the truth. As long as he's got that and some sustain, he should be golden though.
So is he probably going to go longsword or cloth? Or maybe a Doran?
He wants to go Doran, Shield, Ninja Tabi, Cutlass, Giant's Belt.
Okay, fair enough.
It's a long build, but it's fairly cheap at its early stages. It's got some nice stepping points.
Okay. Man, I like this Alistar pick against the Leona too. That is so hard for Leona to go in at any point in this game, and he can get onto Jinx so easily too.
Yeah.
Both bot lanes to me look like actually I kind of we're gonna have to see on if Okonomo can hit his headbutt pulve combos. If he can, I'm worried for the president, man.
Oh yeah.
Because I can see a time where Lollipop Sunshine goes forward, tries to get onto Rekinator, and Rekinator and the cow just kind of zip forward and go onto George.
Very, very true. The Alistar damage, we've seen it before too. When you get a little bit of AP on that guy, he does some serious hurting. It's kind of weird. It's super unexpected how much damage comes out.
Yeah, this champion's dumb.
It's just like, wait, hold on a second now.
Just, how do you hurt so much? Trample or Stampede, I exist.
Yeah.
I exist.
I'm gonna heal this entire main wave to full, and then stand here stomping my feet.
I also like the Amumu pickup. We don't see a lot of Amumus anymore, but Amumu against someone like Jinx, who really isn't that immobile, is just a nice pick.
Yeah, and I've never been a huge fan of playing Amumu, but I have noticed that he's just fallen completely out of the spotlight for some reason, and I guess the new jungle difficulty has made it so that he's not as good or something.
I mean, they're just champions that do what he does, but better. And he has some. If he gets counter jungled on at any point, he falls behind so hard.
Yeah,
so you're just. It's just hard.
I do remember them saying that they had nerfed Amumu in the jungle. Like, they just target nerfed him because he was doing so well. So maybe they did a little bit too much or something?
Well, he had a moment of... he had a bit of a tiny resurgence shortly after Spirit Stone was buffed a little bit. Like, that mana regen made it so he never ran out of mana even without blue buff. But now that that's gone... I don't think he's as popular anymore.
Yeah, that's very true. So maybe the mana regen has something to do with it. Either way, we're going to get into this loading screen here. So taking a look at these overall team comps, let's see here. Purple side has just... It's so good. 4 of those picks are so nice. 4 of those picks are so good.
Yeah.
Anivia's super strong if you play it correctly. Same thing with Corki, same thing with Alistar. Trundle, I'm always a fan of. So blue side, I like their comp. The synergy on that it's all right. Especially if they can catch people out of pace with Pillar, with snowballs, with Bandage Toss. They can follow up into a lot of other different things. So that's pretty good. But
well, I mean, to me, when I look at blue team, I just kind of I get the vibe that's an all-in team.
Right.
Anivia is less so an all-in mage. She's not your LeBlanc or your Lissandra, but she what she lacks in for her dive comp, she can make up for the rest of her team because without that Anivia, you would not have a lot of wave clear. You would only have Corki.
Mm.
So she kind of rounds out the team comp instead of going all in onto the dive. Because there's nothing stronger than like an Alistar or a Mumu diving at you. Jinx is already immobile enough, so that's a really strong strategy to pick against an immobile ADC like Jinx. So
Very, very true. Both teams at 100% now, and we are in the game. My overlay switching is superb. Alright, let's line these guys up.
Let me just see something really good.
Oh.
Let's see. Yeah. Alright, sorry about that. I was just reading the Twitch chat.
Oh, yeah.
Trying to understand where that random comment came from.
I have no clue. But either way, we are now in the game. Starting items come out. Trundle does decide to pick up the Dorian Shield 1 pod, which is going to serve him quite well in this lane, considering his dueling potential early is off the charts and off the chain. So as long as he's able to get some hits in when Irelia goes in for these trades, he's going to be just fine. There will be the retaliation stun that comes afterwards. Blue side stacking up bottom lane, and this happened last time we did this. People are always worried about, do I have to lead my team? But then we always see some sneaky plays coming out, which I like.
Yeah, well, I mean, when you put someone in a leadership position, we tend to see just a little bit more level 1 aggression, a little bit more level 1 thought, you know. Do it. Flash over the wall. Be men. Be manly, manly men.
Ooh, they're trying to sneak in. Alright, let's take a look here. They're trying to dodge out this vision. Leona gets found out right now. Banish toss lands. Phosphorus bomb happens. Knockup goes down. Flash gets burned. Auto attack from Anivia picks up this kill, and ward coverage comes out over the wall a little bit too late.
Oh no.
They catch someone just completely typing on their keyboard or something happened there. Oh no, Lollipop Sunshine was getting his blanket.
No.
I also would have died.
Yeah, I would have too. I mean, it's not just...
It's pretty chilly.
Yeah. It's a little unfortunate, but just, honestly, once the game starts, you're in danger of dying. You probably don't want to go AFK at any point.
To be honest, though, Amumu's going to need the hardest leash on the face of the planet. He took Banish Jaws for that level 1 invade and didn't get the first blood, so...
Yeah, he's going to need some help, but I think they earned it a little bit, you know, maybe some extra love coming out of this Corki. You know, a Phosphorus Bomb plus 3 or 4 autos should be enough.
Yep, Phosphorus Bomb goes down here, and then a good knockup from Alistar as well. And now comes the long battle. Long battle to kill his red buff. Now, the one thing I will say is I like the fact that he is starting red here because he's going to be able to smite it for the health back.
Yep. I do. It helps him recover from this rather rough start.
Yeah.
Goodness. So, I don't know. I'm looking around the map right now. And I do like that we see Relic Shield coming on to both supports. No coins, really a fan. Always a fan of no coin starts.
Yep. These Relic Shields are the true. Double knockup goes down from Economo, and he just that's my style of play. Walk up, hit him, see what happens.
sometimes the only way to play is just walk up, smack him, and see what happens.
Yep.
Most people, especially at lower levels of play, do not appreciate just smacking someone, man.
Yeah, like, and a lot of times if you smack someone who's a lower level, they will kind of start running away, and then you just keep smacking them. You're like, huh, I guess I won.
Well, I guess that was my trade, you know?
Yeah, Amumu getting low in the jungle here.
Yeah,
Almost dies to the chickens or something.
Something almost took him down, man. He's only got 7 mobs, so it looks like he only... Yeah, I think he did not quite finish off the big chicken. I can't quite get vision of it.
Yeah.
Oh,
well, technically we could. Let me press this button. Yeah, he finished off 2 little chickens in the big one of the
That's alright, you know.
Tim, the Toolman Taylor, shows up for a gank on Carrots McDuff. The red buff is going to allow him to do a lot of damage, but not quite pick up this kill. Tim Allen wants it. He's hungry.
Yeah, Carrots, you do not need to be being at that tower. All it takes is an Ezreal flash Q and you're dead.
Yeah, very true, but he is just enough out of vision to where Ezreal's not sure of where to throw that out at. And he is not going to just jump in blind, even though I would have probably done it.
I would have tried.
I would have
But
tried it. Yeah.
I mean, I'm just an aggressive player. I would have gone for it. But
Yep. It's only through those aggressive plays that you can find out where your limits are.
yep, it's easy. It's easier to scale back aggression than it is to become more aggressive.
Yep. Very true. Even though I struggle with scaling back aggression. I'm like,
It's
what is
so
this,
much-
level 3? We're diving him. King Tarek, let's go, boys.
That's what I'm working so hard on learning how to freeze because I'm like, man, this is boring. Can I just go fight? Like, please? Oh no!
Ooh, Economo goes in with a beautiful headbutt knockup combo onto red side there. Exhaust goes down onto Rekinator, and he's taking a lot of damage. He needs to try to get out of this fight. Flash comes out. Lollipop Sunshine is now trying to stun out Rekinator. He does get the stun down. One zap can help finish off this kill. Zenith Blade lands, and it's going to be a trade. The supports both killing each other's ADCs, and now Leona has to run away as Economo has the support of 2 other ranged minions to help him take out this Leona.
Yeah, what a difference the exhaust timing there made. That exhaust, Lollipop Sunshine just landed the perfect exhaust, and Economo was just too far away, just not quite in range, and threw his exhaust down after the trading was already done.
Yeah, it's just such a late exhaust there, caused that
Oh,
to not
mid
work
lane.
out well. Amumu shows up mid lane, Bandage Toss does miss there, and Nazir kind of just walks away for free, shrugs his shoulders, and says, I guess that was a gink.
Fuck. Gotta make the chicken noise. Gotta make the chicken noise every time.
I wish I could do a good pigeon noise. That would make me
Dude, I just realized we got. Oh no, Osmosis Jones gets egged.
Oh man, egged under turret, but honestly, if he comes back up to full health and full HP, is it really that bad? He hits him with the freeze pop there, but Tim Allen's just off to the side laying down these auto attacks. Musikin shows up. I would go for this man. Yeah, get in there. He throws down the tantrum, but walks away from that. I would have followed that a little bit more. Flash in from Dark Crimson Blade looking for the shoulder dash. Doesn't quite get him.
It's close. It's good effort. I just don't know, dude. Tim Allen doing a phenomenal job farming in this jungle, by the way. Just doing a good job. Been kind of watching him. He's doing very well with that range leash or soft leashes. And Tim Allen gets
the bandage from over the wall. Musikin not quite able to finish up this kill as Tim Allen just gets too far away. It's interesting because Tim Allen's pretty much just laning.
yeah.
Sitting there laning. Oh, Dark Crimson Blade getting stunned out there right behind the wall in the frozen prison area. Killed away with that ignite as well.
That's rough, man. It's just rough sometimes. Little too far forward and perfect wall coming out of Osmosis Jones caught him out.
Yeah, definitely. Top lane, Carrots McDuff just taking a lot of hatred from Crazy Phil. That early gank that Tim Allen threw down really set him behind in this lane in terms of XP, but he's up in the farm, which is really nice. He's made a good comeback as Trundle, and that passive is probably just doing so much work for him. I'm not watching him 100% of the time, but typically Trundle passive just carries your lane for you.
Yeah, I just really though is at full health. I guess the fight really starts when she runs out of mana, though, right?
Pretty much. It kind of the fight starts when she runs out of flasks charges. More likely.
And these icicles, man, are just every time I see a Nibby, I just get so frustrated.
I get mad.
Yeah,
like it's like she has no AP. Why is this happening?
Why does this do double damage? Why is this a thing?
Yeah, headbutt in. George P. Burdell is in the middle of Economo and Rekinator. Exhaust goes down early on to Corgi once again. Perfect timing on that summoner spell from Lollipop Sunshine. Just allows them to pick up a kill despite the aggressive plays of Economo. Push into the wall. Dark Crimson Blade locks the bird in the cage. Walks away. The bird v bird violence is done. The Emperor has just I don't even know what comments to say on that. That was a really good play.
DCB on this Azir, we keep seeing him do it. He is getting those insect bird. I don't know what you call it, but that backwards flave through the Azir ult is just phenomenal, and that was just perfect because Nibby was stuck. She actually couldn't leave tower range. She was pinned on the tower.
Oh my goodness,
it's just
that's brutal. He's so good at doing it. He's got it down to just a science.
He does it every time. I don't think maybe I've seen him miss one time.
Right.
It's just it's fun to watch, man.
It really is. It's so impressive.
Because it stuns whoever gets hit by it. I don't think I've seen it yet on any other game, DCB is the only person I see even try to do it. Most people just try to zone with it.
Right.
Or get some burst, but that is just incredible. Alright. This might be one of the closest games we've had in a while, dude. It's only a 3k gold or a 300 gold difference at the moment.
Definitely is. Bottom lane, I'm just watching this, trying to see now how this is going to shake out. Right now, red side has the pressure, but at any moment, Okonomo could make a play happen where George P. Burdell ends up under a turret where he does not want to be. Top lane, Musican shows up for a gank. Osmosis Jones is there. Good wall, made sure that Crazy Phil has to flash out. Stun lands, but that tenacity passive from Irelia is going to keep him moving there. And this is the kind of pressure that Carrots McDuff needs so he can go back to base and get these items he needs to live.
Yeah, just really good recognition of Crazy Phil, though. Did not waste his flash as soon as Anivia showed up. Used that opportunity to dash to him, which probably saved his life. If he had burned his flash immediately and then been stunned, he would have been done. Because he would have been stunned just outside of tower range instead of inside of it. But Carrot's not going back. Decides he needs a little bit more gold for some reason.
Well, let's look at his gold numbers right here. He's sitting on 1,600 gold. That's quite a bit. I'd be happy going back with that number. Tin Allen throws down the ulti in the mid lane there. Musican, though, throwing down the Curse of the Sad Money. The auto attack from Osmosis Jones gets him double buffs there, and now he's going to be sitting in that mid lane very happy. He just needs to go back to base, though. Just go back, head to base. I know you've got your egg, but, you know, save it.
Just go back to base. It's okay to shop, guys.
Yeah.
It's quite alright.
Musican now is stuck in here with the Dark Crimson Blade. Osmosis Jones flashes in, and they do end up picking a kill on DCB. A little bit too much of aggressive play coming out of that Azir.
Yeah, I don't think he was expecting Osmosis Jones to go for that flash wall. It was good. It was a good move by Osmosis Jones. His ult was or his egg was up, so he was fine. It was a good move out of him. DCB didn't predict it and got murdered for it.
Yeah, it definitely did. Bottom lane, stun goes down onto Lollipop Sunshine. Exhaust goes down strictly for the CC there, but this Leona's a bit too tanky for them to take her down in time. She's just going to go back to base for free, pretty much.
Yeah, this bot lane, she doesn't even need to shop, honestly. She's got enough health. Corki has no damage. She can just sit there, wait for Jinx and Tim Allen show up and just go ham. You know the exhaust is down, so I would look for a fight right now.
Sukujin in chat saying, "What's with bird champions summoning walls?" You know what? I agree.
They need to summon something to perch on, man.
I guess that's what it is.
Oh, flash.
Uh-oh. Bottom lane, Sunshine goes down from Leona there. Konomo gets stunned out by the zap. Turns back around, trying to sacrifice his life. Exhaust goes down. Oh my goodness, Reconator tried to flash in front of the bomb to make sure that Alistar stays alive, but it's not going to be enough. Musican shows up from the river there, and it's going to be Carrots McDuff teleporting down. Fantastic Trundle Pillar keeps him in range a little bit longer. Subjugate goes down to the Lollipop Sunshine, and Trundle picks himself up a double kill. Now they should probably two-man this dragon.
I don't know if they can. It's only a Thornmail on Trundle. He has next to no additional damage.
Oh, trust me.
And Amumu has no mana. Like that's the thing is I'm just worried about. I agree they should try maybe pull Osmosis Jones down and do the dragon, but I don't think they could do it in a timely fashion because he's gonna lose his tower. I mean, Crazy Phil saw that TP, wasn't able to stop it, and he's just punishing Trundle at the moment.
Yep, Thornmail Rush comes out. It's nice, but in this situation, I don't know if it's what I would go because the true damage from Irelia is different. I would like some HP there.
I mean, at least he needs some Ninja Tabby. Because just the 10% reduction is going to be nice. Yep. And he needs something else, too.
Yep. Sun goes down onto Okonomo from Lollipop Sunshine. Tim Allen showing up to this fight a little bit late, laying down a little bit of damage, and they're just going to disengage and get some vision around this dragon pit.
I'm trying to think if that TP was worth it coming out of Carrots McDuff. He picked up 2 kills, but I think Amumu was going to pick up those kills anyway. So I feel like he just kind of gave up the tower.
Yeah, possibly. Fight going down in the middle of the dragon here. Flame Trappers come out from George P. Burdell. He's getting taken low by Reconator. Phosphorus Bomb's going to take him even lower. The final shot from him is just going to knock over Jinx there as Lollipop Sunshine is trying to get away. Tim the Toolman Taylor shows up under turret, making sure that they are not inclined to dive immediately. And Carrots McDuff, one of you won versus Crazy Phil, just winning that fight hard there, forcing all of the Capri Sun drinks to happen.
Yeah, you know what? Our bad. We miscalled it, I guess.
Thornmail is what I'm all about, and I questioned it. I don't even know what I was thinking. Of course it's the guy.
Send this video to chart. Oh no, TCB, nice wall, but he's got nowhere to run, man. As these rockets are coming out of Reconator. 1, 2, 3, hook, the bandage toss just barely misses, but I don't think DCB can assassinate anyone. Nice backwards hop. Exhaust comes in, but the egg is there. I don't think Exhaust comes in on the Tim Allen. Nice E away from the Pulverize.
Ooh, ulti comes out from Mizukin, though, locking Tim the Toolman Taylor in place, and that's going to cause him to go down. Blue team looking towards this dragon, and it's got 4 people stacked up around it. Low mana, but with 4 people smacking it, it's not going to be that bad.
I mean, the only question is whether or not George can get in there, do enough damage to dissuade this dragon. That Icicle just did half of the President's health.
It definitely did. Top lane, Crazy Phil's really hungry for some carrots right now. Flashes forward, gets the slowdown. Transcendent Blades comes out. It's simply not enough damage to take out Carrots. Carrots starts fighting underneath the turret. Ooh, one more auto attack would have knocked over that Irelia there, and that's the power of that early armor. Transcendent Blades, I believe, is physical damage, and it just reduced it so much.
It is physical damage, yes. It does 100... yeah, it does 130 damage before reduction. So that is just not... I mean, maybe we shouldn't have questioned it. I do like the Spectral Cals coming.
Yeah.
I like that second buy. That is really, really nice. Though I do really wish Trundle would pick up or finish his boots soon.
It's pretty key, especially in a champion that doesn't have an innate gap close ability, to have those boots. But he looks like he's going for what I typically go on Zac versus AD. Thornmail rush into Spirit.
I like it. I like it against this double AD comp. Thornmail, we weren't saying Thorn, we were just questioning it as a first item. We're both a fan of the Thornmail camp. I don't know if this is the man you want as the Zenith Blade lands on a Konomo, Exhaust comes on the Reconator, but Mizukin's there. Bandage Toss kits on the Lollipop. Nice Flame Choppers might be enough to save Lollipop's life. DCB's coming in for the flank as well, but Soldier's not going to land either.
Yep, Soldier's not going to get the slow that they're looking for. DCB still does have his ulti, though. Ulti goes out to zone out the rest of blue side, and now Amumu's stuck in the middle of red team. Ulti is not going to go down, it looks like. He's just going to accept his fate, and now DCB is just doing so much work on this team. Alistar having to flash over the wall in order to get away and meet up with Osmosis Jones over near their red buff. It looks like Red Side's just gonna go ahead and push over this turret here.
Yep, I mean, just good. I love the fact that Crazy Phil walked down there, tried to get map pressure. He wasn't needed in the end, but he was there just in case. Maybe if Dragon was up, they could have done that. And then he TP's top. He doesn't waste his time. TP comes in from Trundle. He's looking for a fight. He might get it because DCB and Lollipop are so low. Nice rocket coming in to pick off a Konomo. Good stun on the Carrots.
Yeah, Bolty comes out from Trundle onto George P. Burdell. A couple auto attacks go down, and George realizes he cannot auto attack this Trundle. Trundle just turns his sight to DCB, and that AD increase he's getting from Chump just knocks over Azir completely. Snowball comes out, and it looks like he's going to pick up the kill onto Jinx right there, and he is going to be able to walk away with his life as well. Fantastic play coming out of Osmosis Jones.
Yeah, unfortunately, Lollipop Sunshine hit her Zenith Blade on 2 targets. She hit Osmosis and Carrots, and that took her all the way away from her AD carry, who needed protection from that Birdman.
Yep,
a little bit rough.
Ooh, Lollipop Sunshine getting chunked down by that Phosphorus Bomb on Corki there, and she's going to have to go back to base and give up this turret, it looks like, pinging out for assistance, but there's just no one in the area right now who can help defend this tower.
Nope, I mean, you just gotta have to recognize this one's going down. When you lose that many people in the bot lane, it's just, your tower is probably gone.
Yep, turret falls over there. Now blue side has that bottom lane turret down. They can rotate towards the mid if they would like and look towards that. Crazy Phil getting knocked up by Economo. Reconator dashing forward, looking for the damage on Crazy Phil. He is getting quite a bit of it down, but on the backside of the fight, Dark Crimson Blade shows up and throws down Exhaust onto Reconator. Soldiers come out. Good headbutt around the corner. Make sure that DCB gets separated from Crazy Phil, and they're able to retreat to the safety of their turret, where they're not quite able to be finished off. I take it back. Super Mega Death Rocket lands onto Reconator. Crazy Phil tanks 2 turret shots, 3 turret shots, and is still trying to get Reconator down. The dash out from Corky, though, is going to keep him alive as he fires more rockets. Carrots McDuff shows up to the fight, places a perfect pillar. Good wall comes out to zone him out completely. Anivia throwing down the slow from over the wall, but DCB is now stuck in place. He throws down the soldiers from over the wall to try to take out Osmosis Jones, but Lollipop Sunshine is here to just make sure that they're trying to take out the Osmosis Jones still. Tim Allen shows up to the fight. Now Musican's in trouble. Sunshine comes out from Leona, and Osmosis Jones gets exhausted. Zenith Blade, for some reason, just does not lock up Osmosis Jones for the duration I thought he would. And that wall does zone out the rest of the team, but the shield fart from Leona will take him out.
Sure did. That was just a really, really dragged out team fight. I'm kind of surprised Osmosis Jones ended up going down there. Tim Allen came in at the right angle, managed to land his Qs on the critical times, and took first egged Osmosis, and then he threw the true shot when he knew it would hit, when the egg was down, when the damage would count. So just good play out of Tim Allen there. I'm curious how he's going to develop into these team fights. He's going to be a second ADC, but at how much did it cost his team to get him, get a second ADC at this point?
Yeah, and when you don't have somebody who can be that frontline presence, in this situation it's not a big of a deal because they do have the Azir wall and Leona to stand out there in front, and a lot of times in these team fights everyone's going to be focused on Crazy Phil trying to protect their backline anyway, so he can get away with it, but there's just so many other things that a jungler, a tanky jungler can provide, like presence and just overall pick potential that Ezreal can't do.
I mean, and one way we do see Red Team doing a very intelligent thing. They recognize that they need a frontliner, so Leona picks up and looks like she's going for that Randuin. She recognizes that nobody else is going to fill that gap, so it needs to be her. So I like what we see Lollipop Sunshine doing here, recognizing what needs to be done, trying to fill holes in the team count. Dragon coming up in 10 seconds. Blue team's not in a position either to do this.
Trundle is not quite in the area. Mizukin actually goes in on Dark Crimson Blade. Crazy Phil from around the corner does get some damage down. Good ulti from a Mumu before he dies, but it's not going to be enough. Osmosis Jones throwing the freeze pop at Crazy Phil, but it's not going to be enough to take him down. Carrots McDuff shows up to the fight. He's got Ninja Tevi's Thornmail and a Spirit Visage, so he's very hard to kill right now. He can choose a target for his Subjugate too. He honestly needs to turn around and walk in this team fight so people can try to get out. He can get so tanky in this fight. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, well, his I can't see the cooldown, but that's going to be a dragon for sure. There's a slight chance that Anivia will be able to steal it with an icicle over the wall or something, but I don't see it. Nice stun on the Lollipop Sunshine, but good little bit of a half-hearted effort to try to pick up the dragon there.
Yeah, I feel like if Carrots McDuff had ulted Leona there and immediately started fighting Irelia, like the reflection damage from that Thornmail would have just made everyone go, I don't want to hit this guy. And also, he would have lived so long if he managed to actually kill Irelia there and actually got his passive to work off of it. It would have been huge.
That is one of the dangers of having a tank in your team against the Trundles. He's just gonna, as he walks by your front line, he's gonna steal their tank stats and walk at your back line.
Yeah, and then you're double stuck.
Yeah. It's a dangerous game you got to play against Trundle, but you're right. He should have just turned around and started fighting, started whacking people. I feel like he hesitated simply because 2 people got removed from the fight before it even started. Mm-hmm. With Musican and I think it was Reconator going down at the start of that. Nice headbutt pulse coming on to the President in the mid lane.
Yep, good fight there. Zenith Blade goes in on Reconator. He immediately Valkyries out, and now blue side's just going to disengage. Crazy Phil shows up with a dash to one of the minions. I think he got the reset as well, so he's going to just be able to dash to someone squishy as well. Crazy Phil in on Okonomo. Super Mega Death Rocket goes in, but it's not enough to kill him. Last second, Transcendent Blades does pick up the cow there, and now Red Side's going to just go ahead and force it on this turret. Down on the bottom side of the map, though, Amumu did chase away Dark Crimson Blade away from that turret, as we see over by the chickens. Lollipop Sunshine will get taken out by the Phosphorus Bomb from Reconator. Over that wall, Dark Crimson Blade using the soldiers to get a bunch of damage down. He dashes in for the shield, and it looks like Subjugate's going to go down on him as well. Osmosis shows having that passive up is going to make sure that he actually, no, the edge gets squashed there. Amumu shows up with a fantastic ulti. Trundle, turn back around, please! You can fight them! Get in there! Just go in! Hit Tim Allen! No, it's too late now! I'm sad.
Carrots turned around as soon as his subjugate turned off. I don't really blame him for running away,
Yeah.
but that was such good target acquisition on the red team. They popped the egg on Anivia and just went for him. They just threw everything they had for him. Because Osmosis, I think, at this point, is the person that has to die on blue team.
Yeah, the AoE damage that's coming out of that Anivia is enormous. Headbutt over the wall and make sure that Tim Allen gets out safe and sound. And Akonomo's just going to walk away from that, pretty much.
You know, just got to kick him out of your jungle. You may not be able to kill him, but kick him out of your house, dude. You don't want him there. This is one of the most even games we've had, I think, in 2 or 3 weeks stretch. It's only a 3k gold deficit for the blue team. It's grown a little bit since we last talked about it, but I love seeing how close these teams are at the moment.
Yeah.
Good drafts coming out of our captains.
Yeah, I like it. The low elo draft has produced a nice even game. Zenith Blade comes out there and actually follows Osmosis Jones through that flash. Lollipop Sunshine getting locked in with the rest of blue team. George P. Burdell doing huge damage. He did that backstep there, but it wasn't really needed. Carrots McDuff, good fight onto George P. is going to make sure that these auto attacks do literally nothing to him at all. And he can just stay in this fight as long as he wants. Now that these deaths are going down, you see Carrots McDuff just healing so much in the middle of this fight. Azir Industries turret comes out. Pause right here. I don't know what just happened.
So yeah, that fight was chaotic because just Trundle completely removed Crazy Phil and George P. Burdell from the fight. They both tried whacking Trundle a couple times and said, "Wait a second, this is a really bad idea.
This is not working for us."
That is not what I wanted to do."
That is the power of the Spirit Visage Thornmail combo, because the Spirit Visage, it gives you the health that you want, but it also gives you magic resist, and it gives you the healing too, so that it makes your effective health higher, and it's beautiful.
Yep, but I want to compliment Mr. President because he saw that he was going to die anyway. He had no outs. His flash was down, so he just focused down Osmosis Jones. Good target acquisition, good recognition of his situation, and he just went for it. Oh man.
Yep.
So let's see. But I just want to comment. We do see Jungle Ezreal going for that Iceborne. That's kind of what we saw back when Jungle Ezreal was a thing.
Mm-hmm.
So that Iceborne is really good against Trundle. Okay, back to the fight.
Carrots McDuff showing up at this fight now. Gets slowed by Dark Crimson Blade, and these soldiers are doing a hella damage to him. He actually walks away from the zone there, getting slowed by Ezreal. Another Q lands, and he's going to be hard-pressed to get out of this one. Pops the ulti finally. I'm surprised that wasn't already on cooldown. And he's going to take a whole bunch of reduced damage. Akonomo living for way too long here. Finally gets taken down by that Ezreal and Azir. Oh my goodness.
That's the beauty of that Iceborne, man. It's extended fights. Azir brings all the damage.
It definitely does. Carrots McDuff still up from the rest of that fight, healing so much off these dead minions as they die around him here, and I think he might be able to hold this turret as long as Musikin sticks with him.
Yeah, I mean this tower shouldn't go down. Azir Industries does go down. DCB hops away from Carrots, but that's Subjugate plus Trundle's passive movement speed. Bandage Toss lands.
Bandage Toss in. Musikin actually ends up in the middle of the fight. Oh, DCB flashes out, and he actually gets away at the tail end of that. Q comes out from Tim Allen there, and that's going to zone away Carrots McDuff from Crazy Phil, just acting as a little bit of live bait there to make sure that his buddy can get out of the fight. Throwing Qs behind him for the slow. Leona shows up, throws down the Sunshine on Reconator, and now he's just stuck. What's this? The cow is finally back from the butcher, and he gets the knock up on Crazy Phil. Then the icicles are coming out from Osmosis Jones. Lollipop Sunshine just trying to catch up with his Anivia. The icicle goes down at a Crazy Phil, but it's not enough damage to take him out immediately, which puts Osmosis' life in danger. Ezreal ulti coming through, Tim Allen dancing on the edge of the fight, putting the slowdown on Konomo. Headbutt does not land with the pulverize, and so Tim Allen kind of just gets knocked away from the fight.
So that whole, actually, red team, that whole time, we're just dragging out the fight so Mr. President could take this bot inner tower. Just nobody went down, so that was a perfect trade, perfect mat move coming from the red team. I'm just worried dragon spawning in 30 seconds, so we should be seeing red team run to this, both teams actually running to this immediately.
Yeah, they gotta get there nice and quick, otherwise the person who gets there first has the potential to knock it over nice and fast. This Anivia and a Mumu with that AoE combined with Trundle and Corki will be able to just push it over so quick, and so much single target damage that comes out of red team is just huge. Mid lane, Lollipop Sunshine getting just slowed down by Trundle here, but I keep finding that, oh my goodness, double headbutt pulverize combo coming out of a Konomo there, and it feels like blue team is very hesitant to commit to these fights. It feels like they're getting these picks, but they're not fully going in on them. Musikin is in the middle of the enemy team. Dark Crimson Blade is the focus target. Super Mega Death Rocket comes out from over the wall of the chickens. Double kill from Amumu with that bandage toss onto Leona there, and it looks like the True Shot Barrage will not take out Reconator on the backside of the fight. Carrots McDuff just frontlining along with Kokonomo so their backline can get away safe and sound, but they still need to position and make sure they're not going to give up this dragon buff. Get some vision on it, make sure that the red team does not take this for free.
Yeah, I mean, 2 people went down for red team, but they kept their damage up. They still have Crazy Phil, they still have the President. It might... Losing these 2 people for Dragon might be worth it. It was not intended at all, but it worked out for a red team in the end.
Yeah, it definitely did. They got that Dragon down, and now that's going to be not only something that blue side can't get, but it's going to push them towards that 5 Dragon buff, which is oh so game ending.
Yes, I mean, what are we at now? We are at 2, and I think it's 1 for the blue team?
Mm-hmm. So if we're going to see a 5 Dragon game, it's going to be a while, but
yeah.
The potential is there.
Very, very true. Very, very true.
Yeah.
Right. So it does look like Ezreal. How do you answer this Thornmail? I think we should be seeing some lifesteal come out. I might have even gone lifesteal before that last whisper as George, just because you're not gonna want to hit him anyway.
Yeah, that's very true. Probably a Bloodthirster.
Yeah,
That's
BT. I think BT over Last Whisper against the Thornmail is probably the better first buy. I mean, obviously you want both eventually, but it's hard.
It is.
Thornmail's a dumb item.
It's so good. The other thing is that you can't really go Blade of the Ruin King because if you get stunned by Osmosis, you're done. So you have to have some sort of buffer.
Yeah, I mean, I love BT. I get BT over Bork any game or on any champion.
I love my Bork, but I know when the BT is appropriate. That is for sure. Sometimes that health shield is just irreplaceable.
Too good. Yeah, too good. I mean, Bork is definitely better on some champions, but I don't play those champions.
Oh yeah, you play Sivir. I play Sivir too, and in that instance, yes, BT all day, every day.
Every day. Yeah, that BT is finished on Tim Allen. Tim the Toolman wants to go crazy, man.
He definitely does. Red side just pushing in blue team towards their base, but honestly, a good Anivia wall. Oh, Momo goes in! The Curse of the Sad Mommy just locks up 4 members of the enemy team, but Musikin is not built to survive this kind of damage. Lollipop Sunshine ends up in the middle of the blue team now, and Anivia ulti is zoning out the backline. They cannot approach this team, and that means Lollipop goes down sad and alone. Osmosis flashes forward, hits him with the freeze pop, and now Reconator's dashing forward trying to pick up these kills. Triple kill for the Bluebird, and now it's going to be Carrots McDuff onto Crazy Phil. Crazy Phil flashing over the wall to get away, and blue team winning that fight handedly. Fantastic Anivia ulti placement from Osmosis keeps the entire backline away from that team fight despite the Azir Industries turret, and blue team's just able to filter him in slowly and pick him off one by one.
I don't know if you caught that at the start of the fight, as Crazy Phil went in, or as Amumu went in and threw that bandage toss. Tim Allen and Osmosis were dueling in the side jungle, and Tim Allen got 2-shot by Anivia. We saw the the ice ball and then the popsicle come out, and Tim Allen just fell over.
Oh my goodness.
So that was basically a 4v5. So you would expect that to go so poorly after that.
Yeah, definitely.
I am starting to worry for Red Team, even though they have the gold advantage. They're going to have a really hard time pushing in, even with this double AD carry. Anivia can control waves so extremely well, and they have Corki for the extra wave clear. So this Baron is probably the correct call. They need to take advantage of this double AD carry, of this double AD damage source, and the true damage coming out of Irelia. They need to do something quick.
Yeah, they have to make it happen, because if this game goes much longer, I don't know what it is about Anivia, but like late game Anivia, 6-item Anivia is probably the most terrifying champion in the game. Up dash forward towards Mies again here. Exhaust goes down from Dark Crimson Blade, and that will pick up the kill onto a Moo. Another fight going down onto Lollipop Sunshine as they catch him out in the jungle. Dark Crimson Blade shows up, zones out the entire enemy team. It actually cancels out Akonomo's headbutt, and it means that Red Team's going to stay safe and sound here. I take it back. Carrots McDuff just still in the middle of the mix. Throws down the ulti. The subjugate onto Crazy Phil there is going to steal away all of those tanky stats. No one can get to Dark Crimson Blade though, and that's going to mean he can turn around and send out the Sand Soldiers and just pierce through everyone there. Red Team coming out a bit ahead in this exchange and looking towards taking out this turret, but now they have to walk towards the bird. Can they get through the wave clear? That is Anivia. These Baroned up minions are going to help out a bit, but they have to be very careful.
I mean, the only thing they can do at this point, if they want to get this tower, is they have to make sure Tim Allen uses his Bloodthirster shield to get 1 or 2 autos on the tower every time. But even then, it's just an inner tower. This shows what I was pointing out before, what we were both talking about. 6-item Anivia is such a monster at every phase in the late game.
Oh,
nice flash banish toss. Oh my god.
He picks it up at the tail end there. Tim Allen ends up in just between a rock and a hard place. I don't know where that man came from. He flashed in from the river, or just dashed in and got picked off immediately.
That was a little rough. Sometimes you find yourself in these situations. You're gonna think about it. How did I get in between their whole team?
Yeah.
How did I get here? Probably a headbutt happened.
Yeah, somehow I ended up in the middle of their team, and I did not mean for that to happen.
Yeah, but I mean, it's just hard. It's really, really hard to deal with this Anivia, and they're gonna have to start trying to maybe split push. But I don't know if Irelia can. We haven't seen Crazy Phil and Carrots duel in a long time, so I don't even know if Carrots can pull off, or Crazy Phil can pull off a successful split push at this point in the game.
It depends on if Crazy Phil can live through the duration of Subjugate, because that's the point where he starts coming back in the fight. Top lane, George P. Bradell gets auto-attacked by Carrots McDuff, and he gets taken down to about a third health in about 2 seconds there.
Yeah, it was just good. It was a good sneak by Carrots right there. He just went the long way and got on top of Mr. President.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of surprised we see Red Team committing 2 people at this top lane with the Dragon spawn. I would kind of expect both teams to be putting an emphasis on this Dragon, particularly Red Team. They need to get that 3rd Dragon buff. That extra movement speed is going to be so vital, either running away from or running towards Anivia.
Very true. Rekinator is going to find out Lollipop Sunshine in the brush along with Osmosis Jones. This is not where Lollipop Sunshine wants to be. That stupid hitbox gets the stun on Leona there. And Crazy Phil is now stuck in the middle of the team. Almost gets headbutted to safety, but so much damage is going down, it's going to be too late. Azir just zones out the entirety of blue team and dashes over the wall to make sure that he can get away. That was a good amount of movement from that Azir. He forced them to go around the long way of the turrets, then dashed the short way over the wall. Blue side just pushing up towards the enemy base now, though. Azir Industries turret does go up here, and he dashes forward onto Carrots McDuff. Missile comes out from Rekinator after the ulti comes out from Carrots McDuff, using it to get some health back and steal some resistances off of Dark Crimson Blade. And that is... This Trundle ulti is hilariously low cooldown. It's 54 seconds.
It's pretty crit. It's pretty crazy. As soon as Anivia shows herself in this bot lane, I would probably try to fight here, try to find an angle or something, because Anivia is blue team's fight potential. I would just go for it. Yeah. I know your Leona ult is down, so it's a little bit harder, but I would go for maybe a flash Irelia stun. She's prime. She's not at full health. Just do it.
Yeah.
Oh no, Tim Allen. No.
Tim Allen.
Wait, he's Blue Ezreal. He can do this for days.
He's technically got it. He's trying to kite back towards this teleporting, and Crazy Phil shows up to the fight, getting the auto attack down into a Coda mode there. The Random and Omen pop goes down, but it's not going to be enough slow to really allow them to stick up here. Actually, that was the Random and Omen from Crazy Phil. Pause goes out as this fight is going down in the bottom lane. Curious to see what is going on here.
Yeah, well, a lot of people have been complaining about lag. I think specifically Leona and Osmosis Jones have been having a lot of issues.
Right.
Oh my word! So there's only a 4K. Actually, we're gonna call it 4K gold difference. This is only one different. This is really close, but I think it's getting to the tipping point where 2 dragons and red team probably just wins this game outright. But if blue team ever gets a chance to pick up that Baron, it's probably also game.
Yeah.
That extra siege potential on Osmosis Jones would just be absolutely crazy.
Yeah. The Anivia damage is borderline sickening. Can really destroy someone's day.
Yes. Alright. Looks like we may have... Yeah, we have a couple people restarting, so... Who does guys, who do you think's going to win this game? It's been pretty close. This is actually one of the closest games we've had, so let me know who you think in the chat is going to... In the chat, let me know. I wish we could do like a quick straw poll or something.
Sure, I can cook up a quick one. There, straw poll.
Straw poll should be, why does Stretch suck so much?
Why does... No, wait a minute.
Lollipop might...
Great poll. Okay, click. Done. Alright. And post in chat. Chat. Where's my pop-up? There it is.
Alright, so we are no longer paused. Economo's still getting gunned down by this blue Ezreal, man. Might be one of the more annoying things in the game.
That subjugate is.
That subjugate came off cooldown. Oh my god.
Yeah, it did, but now he's stuck in the middle of red. The knockback from Azir does not happen, and now the entirety of blue team shows up, hits him with a freeze pop on the back end of the fight there, and now it looks like red team's still pushing in on the base. Lollipop Sunshine trying to check out this turret. The laser is doing a bunch of damage, but it ticks away at the last second. Blue trinket goes down on the giving vision of red team there, but no one's going to be there to really follow that up.
Yeah, I mean, it was a good try on that blue trinket. Unfortunately, no one was quite in range, though Osmosis Jones is flapping his wings as hard as he can. Is he going to flash the wall? Oh, no. Oh,
ooh.
God bless.
I didn't get to see it. Directed camera took me away.
It was just a snowball to the face.
Oh, man.
Maybe he's a jerk fan. You know, you ever get into snowball fights when you were a kid, and there was always that one kid that froze his snowballs?
Yeah.
That's Anivia. Like...
Just like it hurts.
It hurts so bad. It hurts so bad. Blue team taking down that inhib tower. That's great for them. I don't know what to expect from this game. It's just about who can find angles. If at any point red team can find an angle onto Osmosis Jones, then these fights are going to get blown out. But
right.
It's so hard to do that. They're doing, Alistar is the perfect bodyguard. Anytime someone gets near, if Alistar plays that bodyguard role and just bops anybody that gets close, then it should be okay.
Yeah, it definitely should. Red team pushing forward now, trying to get the pressure down on this mid lane, but the thing about this push is you have to deal with the Anivia. What is your answer for this Anivia? You have to have something prepared, otherwise you're going to walk up, get the wave cleared, and you're just going to not get anything done.
Yep. I mean, it's hard. This is the question that you face whenever you're against an Anivia, a Ziggs, any of these really frustrating wave clear champions. There we go. It looks like their answer is they're going to send Crazy Phil with this giant wave in the bot lane, and they're going to try to split push. But I just don't know. They need to send somebody up top and maybe trim this, get a nice... Oh, it's going to happen anyway. I think we're going to see a nice big minion wave coming from this top line too.
Yep, fight goes down in the mid lane though. Ulti gets popped by Crazy Phil, throwing his Transcendent Blades over the wall. Dark Crimson Blade trying to get the damage down using these soldiers from around this corner. Good ulti comes out from him to zone out the rest of blue team away from him. But it looks like the bandage toss is going to land from Mizukin anyway. Zonia's Hourglass comes out, but Osmosis Jones takes out the kill onto Azir anyway. Blue team doing a great job of staying as a unit here and trying to defend their Corki. Rekinator needs to turn around and get some damage done. He can take out Crazy Phil. No! They split up. Crazy Phil's dash actually carries him over the wall with that Valkyrie, and now he's just tearing up the enemy team inside their base. Red team getting the much better end of this fight here.
Yeah, I mean, red team, they pushed out from their tower. They got greedy for kills, man. They actually kind of took the bait. Red team drew them out from the safety of the inhibitor tower, and they finally found the angle on Crazy Phil. As soon as Crazy Phil was exposed, they went for it. They might be able to get this one Nexus tower, but it's going to be dangerous to go. Rekinator does get stunned, never mind. This could be game, man. Minions are there. Yeah, it's 6 seconds on a Mumu, yeah. Double 80 carries take Nexuses really quick.
There it is. GG coming out right there, and Red Team did a fantastic job of holding on to their underwear during this game, because